And we're taking you live to Melbourne now, where Prime Minister Anthony Albanese is speaking at Victoria's Labor Conference.
Keep building the homes that Australians need. Delegates, 2 years ago, I was at a press conference here in Melbourne out at Box Hill in the final couple of weeks of the federal election campaign that saw Chisholm be one of the seats where we got across the line with the wonderful Karina. Now, I was asked by a journalist what has come to be known now as a Dorothy Dixer, because I was asked if I would support an increase in the minimum wage of $1 an hour. I gave a one-word answer: absolutely. And that one word, the very idea that the lowest paid workers in Australia should not go backwards, that was enough to send the Liberal Party and some of their cheer squad in the media right off the deep end. They said it was loose. They said it was irresponsible. They said the sky would fall in and the economy would shut down. In other words, they said exactly what the Liberal Party always say when there's a chance to improve people's wages and conditions, or workplace safety, or job security. The no-alitions say no every time, and they're wrong every time. Think about this: 820,000 jobs have been created in our first 2 years in government, a record. A record for any first-term government in Australian history. Unemployment is at a near 50-year low. Participation is up. Inflation is down. Productivity is up. Business investment is up. And we are forecasting back-to-back budget surpluses for the first time in 2 decades. And this comes at the same time that we have supported back-to-back real increases in the minimum wage for the lowest paid. We have delivered annual growth in real wages for all workers. We've passed an important law to drive a simple principle: same job, same pay, to stop bodgy deals undermining enterprise bargaining. We have revitalised enterprise bargaining to drive improvements in productivity and security. We have made industrial manslaughter a national crime. We have abolished the Registered Organisations Commission and the ABCC, as we said we would do. And we've legislated the right to disconnect, because if you're not being paid 24 hours a day, you shouldn't have to be on call 24 hours a day. If you want to really get an emotional reaction from the coalition members of the House of Representatives or the Senate, just tell them that we're going to keep Parliament sitting on a Friday, or dare I say it, even on a Saturday. All of a sudden they fold and we get legislation through with the very suggestion. You see the fear in their eyes of having to stay back. But they want everyone else to be on call 24 hours a day. We've taken the gender pay gap to a record low, and we're certainly not done yet. In last week's budget, we once again backed better wages for working people, funding a further pay rise for aged care workers. And we have made provision for a long overdue pay increase for early educators and carers. I was wondering where you were. Thank you for what you do for our youngest Australians. Because whether you are helping young Australians get a great start in life or older Australians to enjoy the dignity and security that they deserve, what these workers deserve is more than just thanks and praise, including during the global pandemic. They deserve fair pay, and we're going to deliver it. And delegates, because Victoria led the nation on labour hire reform, we're going to make Victoria the host jurisdiction for a national labour hire licensing scheme. No more second-class status for labour hire workers. Delegates, this is what Labor governments do. We deliver growth and fairness, more jobs and better wages, because we know that an essential part of building a stronger economy is making sure that the people who build it share in the reward.